this is what we're doing. Look at this. It's the alphabellies and the retro stamp with the masking technique. That's very important. I did it on these little leaves up here. And then on the back, I off-centered it on purpose to just add interest and used a different one. And then it's always fun to put something on the little bottom. These are packs of 3 at Ross, TJ Maxx, Walmart, get them on Amazon. These long sleeve ones would be really good because you can do things down the sleeves, so we're probably gonna work on that. Paper towel in between here. You can take your leftover plastic from your stamps. I actually did it without it on one and it didn't go all the way through with the ink. Now, if you are using clay paint, chalk paint, and rolling it on with a brayer, which you definitely can do, it might be a little bit different, but I have had luck with not going all the way through. I've got 2 grandbabies in the hopper, but these are great gifts for anybody. If they're not, you know, for shower gifts to have around, you can absolutely personalize them. Don't have anything that anybody else would have here. All right, these are the old grid lines, and they're amazing for the letters to help you line stuff out. Now, they have made them where they have the arches. Can you see? It's not really coming across very good. Let's see. See how that's arched so that you can do the arches and level them out? Arch around a plate and put your permanent marker on there. So just cut them and leave them on the mount that it comes on because it's just really easy to, you can do it without it. And I wash them with this on, I never take them off. So you can pretty much do that. So you gotta think about this. So we gotta put the T down first, and then we're gonna mask it and put this over it. So you do have to do a little brain work there. Okay, let's do green. I don't know why. And then the black mask. Use the seagrass or newgrass. I'm gonna reload. You do have to heat set this afterwards with a, let it dry pretty good first, which it dries pretty fast on fabric because it's so porous. And then take an iron and maybe put a cheesecloth over it or another old t-shirt and then iron, put that on top of your piece and then iron over that. I have ironed straight on the ink and it's been fine, but if you wanna, you know, test it out and make sure. And then I throw it in the dryer as well. And sometimes you can double do that, but they've washed up really good with the ink for sure. And even the clay paints. Okay, so I'm doing that pretty juicy. Okay. And see, I've got a little bit on here. Be sure and wipe that off because that will go onto your fabric and you will be sad. But you can always do things to camouflage it. Sometimes you can get a lot of it out with alcohol, and if you don't heat set it, it'll wash out. But it's, you know, it's just gonna take a little bit to not mess them up. And then you can, you know, actually measure and put painter's tape on. But if it's good to my eye, it's good to me. And you want this piece clean so this doesn't fall off when you turn it over. So you want a good adhesion, you know, adhering really good. So let's put that T right in the middle. And then you just make sure it touches in all the spots. If not, you can go back over it and line it up pretty good. You'll be surprised how you can go over it and make it darker and stuff because you can see through these stamps, which is really nice. Okay. Oh, that looks so good. Pretty good. So I'm gonna just lay it straight over it. But if you were on a piece of furniture, it might not be dry enough and it might make a mess. So, but I've had good luck with doing it just right away on fabric. So what should we do over that? I think I'm gonna do ocean. I love greens and blues together. Always shake these because the pigments are heavy and they go down. So always just make a habit of shaking them. Refill it here. Has anybody got any good tips or tricks that they would like to share on here? Because everybody learns from each other. I love reading the comments and stuff. Okay. Oh, I love this Ocean's Blue. Ocean's Deep is what it is. Oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous blue. This is another tip. I write it on there and then take a little dot and put your colors on there. That really, really helps you because the grays and the blacks look the same sometimes. Okay. And I love to angle these, but I think I'm gonna do this one straight on. Oh, yeah, I got the mask on there. It kind of shifts sometimes. It's kind of shifty, but okay, let's do this. Oh, these colors will look great. Okay. Don't press too hard because it is rubber and it'll mar your image. But you know, make sure it's on there pretty good. Oh, it's so fun. And a lot of times the mask will come up with your stamp, which is great. So you just pull that off. Oh, I love these things. And then you want to keep some baby wipes or a cloth and wipe that off. And you know what you could actually do? I bet I could lay this down and stamp. Let me see, because this is so, let's just see. I don't want to try it on my thing and get a whole nother impression. Yep, I could have done that. You might not be able to see it very good on here, but I could have re-stamped with my mask. All right. Oh my gosh, that looks cute. Oh my God, how good that looks. And then you could fill this in with other things, other designs. You could mask this and then fill that in with the design. I just kind of like it open. You just cut around these. Be sure and cut the points off because it does scratch you. Just leave them on that hard mount. It really works good. I mean, there'll be times you need to put it on your gridded mount to do special things, and that's fine. But, okay, so let's add some yellow. This is turmeric. A little heavy, and that will not be good on fabric, but we're going for it. So make sure that's clean around your edges and stuff. Yeah, don't squish it too far down. Okay, so let's do that. Maybe you just kind of got to play around with it and see where you want it. I think I want it on the back. I just loved putting little stuff on their bottoms. It's just so cute when they're being burped or laying there on your shoulder. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. Okay, and see how I had a little bit on my mount? So I can spray that with alcohol and not heat set that part and hope it comes out. Or I can camouflage it with another flower or something. So, but isn't that turmeric really pretty? It didn't see I got it right inside there. You don't really want that because that will come off on the fabric. And it's kind of, Q-tips would be good to kind of clean that up. But I'm not too much worried about this. This is my family's and they know how I am, so. Okay, so let's do it. I just kind of like to cockeye it sometimes. I don't like it perfectly even, depending on what I'm doing. If this one comes out good, it'll be amazing because I overloaded the middle of that and nope, it's not bad, it's not bad. Okay, that's got stuff on it. So I'm gonna clean that up. Okay, so then I'm laying that down over that. And then we're gonna offset this just because I like to do that. Then I get on the sleeve and the body of the onesies. These are just super fun to spell out their whole name if you know the baby's name, or you could spell out their whole name, but these are like newborn size, so I didn't have a lot of room for this size of the retro stamps, but you could use the smaller case letters that we have. The swoosh, well, the swoosh is pretty big too, but the typesetting has some smaller case, so that would fit on these newborns to spell out a whole name. Pull it straight off. Oh guys, that looks so cute. Okay, we're gonna do some farm animals next. So isn't that fun? It's just, I did the front half of this bunny on this part, and then we're gonna put his butt on the baby's butt. And I just think that's so adorable. So these got left in my car in the Oklahoma heat and they're warped. So the images, I need to just give them up. Some of them were so far gone, I literally had to throw them in the trash. Mel, don't leave your animals, your babies, or your IOD stamps in the hot heat, let me tell you. This may be so bad, I really do throw him in the trash because he's melted so bad. And there is no way to fix it. I've tried some weird stuff trying to fix it, to reheat it, laid books on top of it to get them flat. Nope, didn't work. Just get some new ones. So let's see how this turns out. Haven't used them on fabric since I did that. Oh, it's not bad. I had my fabric kinked up a little bit, but it's not bad. He's still super cute. It keeps the ink towards the top, so let's see, will that make sense with, I don't know. You can kind of map that out and make it make sense that he's wrapped around or not, but I didn't, so. Okay. You kind of have to know when you go into these art projects that they're not going to be perfect. And there's usually, it can make you more creative if you have to fill in or camouflage something that can't be fixed. You think you burned it, just kind of walk away. And you probably can make something even prettier than if you wouldn't have had trouble. Okay, it's cute. Yeah, so 3 colors to just make it look like it was already weathered, and then I wet distressed it. Flowers would be gorgeous on there. Cutting the flowers out without the stem. Like, let me show you. Let me see if I can do this without actually sticking it on there. Look how pretty that could be. Don't you think that could be gorgeous? So do you think I should do it? Oh no, leave it the wood. But I just think these flowers would be gorgeous on there. So leave your vote. Transfers or no transfers on there.
This table was 2-tiered, and I salvaged it and made the bottom this large Lazy Susan, and the top was a counter riser.
So fun, and this is huge. Here's my foot, which is huge too. So you can see this is a really, got to be a large farm table.